So we are here with Ross Sambridge.
Hello.
Who is a very tall gentleman.
Thank you very much.
I walk into most rooms, I'm usually rarely shorter than people and really short compared to people. But how tall are you, Ross?
Well, I'm 7'1".
7'1".
I clock in not far off, about 5'6". So Ross is
I remember
here.
those days. It's fine.
Those days. So Ross, you have been in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. You've been in Solo, a Star Wars story, and you were really known for playing Snoke, right, in The Last Jedi?
Yeah, alongside Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis would be the motion capture and the voice of Snoke, and I was very lucky to be the actual body, the physical body you see on screen. They wanted someone tall and thin to portray Snoke, making him a bit sort of creepy and sort of stuff. And I'm not at all creepy, but
we can vouch. We can vouch.
But they just wanted someone to loom over Kylo Ren. And Ray as well, and so they were very lucky to get that role. And the actual gold robes are more of much of the character themselves. So with a taller person, the robes would move differently than, say, what a shorter person would.
Of course,
would.
You need that believability.
But I've got a slight curvature of the spine because my spine grew faster than the rest of my body did, and I remember the AD going over to Ryan Johnson and saying that Ross has got a curvature, does that matter? And Ryan says, oh no, because Ross has got a curvature, we'll give Snoke a curvature. So I changed the actual body shape of that character.
Cool. So when you think about the way when Snoke's the way, of course,
amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you very much.
You have changed that character, like the canon.
Well, yeah, I mean, we there was like an idea of how he would look, but then over the course of the production, you know, because Andy and I would actually work out the movements together and mix the two together. So he would look at how I would walk and how he would walk. So the leader would be all come into one, like a merged all together. So let's say body for me, and then voice and motion capture for him, and that's what breathed life into the character. But yeah, it was an awesome experience to have, and to be sitting on the throne, and to be going, oh gosh, I'm on a Star Wars film. You have to sort of like try and train yourself to think, okay, yes, it's Star Wars film. Yes, I'm a massive Star Wars fan anyway. Yeah. But you have to sort of like pretend you're not actually on a Sar Wars film, just to try and
ground yourself somewhat.
Yeah, a little bit, yes. But Andy Serkis himself is an absolutely lovely guy. In fact, they're all lovely guys. I mean, guys. Adam Driver was fantastic.
I was going to say, what was it like working with Adam and Daisy Ridley herself?
Well, Daisy's lovely. She's a really lovely. She's a really lovely lady. She's really down to earth, and yes, prove it there. Yes, so she's we had a great banter and set, and just sort of like one of the first things we did with Daisy was the bit where Snoke throws around the room.
Yeah,
wow.
So just to get that out and sort of going through the motions and going through the sort of the way the set pieces were going to be and the angles and everything. That was awesome, and it's a lovely lady to chat to and get to know. Adam is very, again, a lovely guy to do, and then in fact that particular part when I met him was when I was walking down the slope of the throne to berate him, to say that just a child in a mask or boy in a mask even, and then I went to electrocute him. So it's so yeah, that was.
So you were in a lot, like from the way
we did. I mean, I don't know exactly how long I was on set for, but I did a number of weeks on there, and so it was quite a pivotal part, and especially like the fight sequence as well. I mean, that was awesome too.
Well, it's one of the most iconic in Star Wars now. I know it's a divisive film even among Star Wars fans, but that scene in particular, personally, that's one of my favourite moments in Star Wars when that happens.
It was brilliant to do, and just to watch it in rehearsals and then to do it in for real. It was epic. I mean, I still have to pinch myself and think, even though it was done like 5 years ago. 5 years since we filmed it anyway.
Yeah.
And I recognise that tune.
Yeah. Well, Lukey Boy mentioned obviously that I really like The Last Jedi, but some people don't. What have you seen it since it's come out, and what are your thoughts on it?
I've only really seen it a couple of times. It's mainly because I don't really often watch the things that I'm in. It's kind of weird. It's almost like going past Curry's or Dixon's window and seeing yourself on the security camera. It's
surreal, mate.
Yeah. You think, and in some ways, you're your own worst critic because you think, I could have done that better, or that. But it's whatever works, and that's what Rian Johnson's vision was, to have him walking, having to move like Harry did, and then obviously being chopped in half. That was
that hurt.
Yeah, it still feels like
still got the stitches and everything. Yeah,
it was
did a good job.
A couple of staples. But no, it was. As I say, every single day on that particular set was awesome. But then, it just. Then, of course, it wasn't the only Star Wars character I was involved with, which we'll probably go on to now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you were also in what other characters have you played in the Star Wars universe?
Well, I was very lucky and a dream role to be a Wookiee.
Yes.
On Star Wars, Star Wars story, and one of the sort of highlights of that, well, every day was a highlight, but one of the things that really stuck with me and still is the fact that I actually gained 4 brothers working on that set. Nice. Because the 4 other Wookiees on there, and especially with Paul Davis and Matt Tyler and Attila, and also with Ari Decker, who was a stunt double for Jonas. But just the fact that we all shared that experience together, and the fact that we're all, the very first day on getting on the set of Kessel, and you see the Millennium Falcon in front of you, and we've all touched it.
That's a common thing. That's what Sandy was saying earlier.
When you see the Falcon, you got to touch it.
You got to touch it, and that's what, you make sure you haven't got your paws on. You put your bare hands, and you sort of touch it, and think, "Yep, I've touched the Falcon."
I mean, that is really like the highlight of someone's life, sort of stuff. I mean, there is people in the world that would love to do that. And they will never do that. They will never be able to do that. But you've done that, Ross.
Well, yeah,
to have that privilege is unbelievable.
Well, thank you.
Right?
I mean, being a Wookiee is also a personal thing for me, because I thought if I've got into filming, I'd like to be Bond on Star Wars. And if I was a Star Wars, I'd like to be a Wookiee, because Wookiees were my main thing.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of Wookiees, and I was very lucky to actually do a 30th anniversary of Star Wars event down in Bristol with Peter Mayhew. So I was hired to dress up as Chewie, going around having photographs taken with the public and things. And
the original Wookiees there.
The original Wookiees there. Jeremy Bulloch was there. Kenny Baker was there.
The OG.
And but the thing is, it always sticks in my mind, and it must be it's emotional, is the fact that Peter stopped me and he said, "Hey, look, listen, let me come over." He came over to me and said, "Look, I'm going to teach you how a Wookiee, how Chewie would roar and walk as well."
Wow.
So I'm actually being tutored by by Chewbacca himself.
Wow.
And a lot of people, when they do these Wookiee voices and things, they tend to do it through their mouths, and it was actually mainly more nasally. It's more through the nose. So when I did it for real, like 10 years later, running around Kessel, I had that in my head. I had Peter's tutorial in my head.
Unbelievable.
For me, how would I do a Wookiee roar then?
Well, obviously, when on the film it's dubbed over, but to stay in character, we'd all sort of do like Wookiees noises to each other to communicate, and the directors really like that. They
do I sense a Wookiee off?
Well, do you have a Wookiee?
Right, okay.
He's one. So that was good. I mean, sorry.
That's right.
Yes. I mean, well, let's ask the cameraman.
Left or right? Who's it going to be?
Do you do a Wookiee noise, James?
I don't do a Wookiee noise.
I don't think he does.
Lost. I know that.
Well, Ross, we're still waiting for Ross to give us a show.
See, when I was doing it, I was like, this is sort of like a.
That's really good.
You can imagine it in
That's
full
really good.
costume.
You do the
You've
shake
got
of the head as well, the
yeah,
shake of
you've
the
got
head,
the movements down.
you know.
Yeah.
It was just it was awesome, and as I say, just working with Woody and Amelia, and then being directed by Ron Howard was just was great.
Yes.
It was fantastic. So, as I say, every single day for the length of time we was on it was a joy. And,
Wow.
But I've been lucky enough to do other things apart from Star Wars. In fact, going back to Jedi for a second, so we're on the set, and Andy comes over to me and says, "Look, I've got a debut film called Breathe. To be ready to be shot. Would you like to be part of it?" So that was just amazing to not only work with Andy, but also being directed by Andy.
It's
thereafter.
Andy Serkis, yeah.
So I don't do many films where actually like speaking roles, but then to have a particular scene with Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy and Stephen Mannigan and Tom Holland was just amazing. It's awesome. That's what I love about acting, because it's like you get to portray different characters, and then thereafter you meet the fans and everybody else, which makes it like it's more than half the fun of it all, because the fans have got their own stories of how they came about. I don't know, Star Wars and what Star Wars thinks to them.
Everyone's different,
yeah, and what Star Wars is to them. And so if they get to meet the actors who play the characters they really like, they come back with more than just an autograph. They come back with actually like a memory of meeting that character and a photograph of that character, and it gives their enjoyment, and it gives us enjoyment too, because we know we're doing a great job, and that's what it's all about.
Star Wars is all about families, but we know it all to be family and love. And you've said on Solo you made 4 brothers, and the community itself was that one big family.
Very lucky to still be in contact with at least 3 of them on a regular basis. So
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Ross.
It's
been amazing. You're a Star Wars legend, and I'm sure we'll see you at future conventions.
Oh, I don't doubt that. No. Yes, remember, may the force be with you.
Always.
Or at least today.
At least today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all right.